chill when it comes to
Just chill. And we're back for a special Monday episode. Nick's currently off mic right now, dealing with a little bit of stuff. I guess this is a bit of a meld with his open hours. His normal open hours thing he does for his tech stuff. So I'll take a little bit to chill here. The website, antisocialexperience.com. That's where you can find that's where you can find our little home on the web. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Antisocial Experience Podcast on both. So
You want that taken care of and want it cleaned up?
A little odd here.
Scared the crap out of me.
But
Get it rolling, man.
oh, it's tricky, man. So we're gonna
Interrupting.
No, that's alright.
Other thing is, would you remember
trying to vamp here, but
the icon on
we're gonna be covering a few give you a little taste of what's coming up today.
I didn't do it.
A little bit about Big Brother stuff coming from Apple and YouTube. So if anyone's been hearing about the possible Adpocalypse that's been happening,
And the best contact number for you. Alright? And we'll get this taken care of for you and give you a call.
check and see if we got a little bit of bleed through on that audio there.
Yeah, it came
Gonna see if anybody's in the actual stream. See if we can check on the comments.
10.
Yep, 610, 19.
My phone's ringing right now.
And then I'm gonna put one further note on there about putting the
All right, so we should be all right though, because it's just me watching right now. We can probably fix this bit in
That way
post.
You can read your writing better than mine.
Alrighty. Thank you, dear.
All right.
Alright, thank you.
No problem. And we'll get it taken care of.
Okay.
We'll give you a call shortly.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
And he's coming back.
Alright. Dead air.
Dead air. Well, I did a little bit of shilling. Gave a little bit of shilling, a little bit of taste. We didn't have anybody watching yet, so
Such is the price of doing it live
yeah.
when open for business. We may be interrupted 20 times today, people. We may be open. Open. We may be interrupted no more times. Who knows?
Well, you called it. You're like, man, watch. We're gonna get somebody coming in here.
I hit go live and somebody pulled in
immediately.
immediately.
Yep. So
So how much of a disaster and a mockery can we make out of ourselves, Tim?
we can go pretty big. We got room to grow on that.
Send it. Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Anyhow, did you talk about any of the topics today, or did you just like shill the website?
I showed the website, and then I said got a little taste about Big Brother stuff, including Apple and the YouTube Adpocalypse that's been happening.
Goodness.
So
Something we forgot. Let's cover this, and this is kind of sad.
Okay.
I think. Anyhow, iTunes, man. iTunes, they're shutting it down, like legit.
any reason why? I just heard it was going down.
Well, I mean, they have. I think Apple Music. I think they're just transitioning to a new phase. Like you're gonna be able to get your media elsewhere, and that came out at a time like that was kind of a good alternative to Napster, and at an affordable price. Because at the time when it came out, like iTunes, one of the big problems is you go pay whatever, $15, $20, $25, $30 for a CD, and there'd be like one or two good songs on it. You know,
iTunes, I don't know. I don't really go on iTunes, so what's the going rate?
It was like $1 a song.
It was like $1 a
Yeah,
song.
you wanted one song, you could go pay $1, like 99 cents, and get it. Now, I don't know that was their debut rate. It was a long, long time ago when iTunes came out. But
that was their going rate.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was.
You could get a lot off iTunes, couldn't you? Too? Couldn't you get movies and stuff too?
Eventually expanded movies, music, and then when podcasting became a thing.
Yeah.
Apple was like the first to include it. That's why they got the hold on the market, which it's a free market. You know what I mean? There are people that have monetized it, but yeah, iTunes being shut down. That's like one of our primary directories where we are, and that's if you use desktop. If you access, I guess you could use it maybe on. I don't know. I don't use iDevices too much.
Yeah.
Like iPhones, iPads. I have one, but I've never opened iTunes on it. Only on desktop and on Windows at that.
I think I only ever installed iTunes to transfer files from an iDevice to a PC.
Or restore backup to that iDevice that you made with iTunes. That's another popular thing I've used it for. Like, it gets tricky whenever you work on tech and somebody comes in and they got a broken iPhone that they did do a backup on, and they have their new phone that they want to restore it. They can't remember their password, so you recover their password, sign in, sign out of my iTunes. I would sign in with their credentials on the computer, have to go through the whole thing, trust in the PC, two-factor authentication, all that. Restore their old stuff to their new phone. Yeah, it gets messy. But anyhow, yeah. So there's Apple Podcast. That's where pretty much all the podcasts have to go to there at that point. I think Apple Music is another thing.
So they kind of just, like, instead of iTunes being an umbrella that had movies, music, podcasts, they're splitting them off into their own little things now?
I think so, and that largely on the demand of the streaming media that we're finding ourselves in, like the, what is it, a la carte? Like, you know what I mean?
Pick
like
what you
on
want,
demand,
yeah.
on-demand media, I guess is a better.
Yeah, on-demand streaming, because iTunes was mainly downloads, wasn't it?
Kinda. I mean, they had like internet radio. That was a big thing. I used to listen to a punk station from Pittsburgh that had like a stream. They streamed their radio station broadcast online. I'd listen to that on iTunes. So there was some internet radio there.
No, a la carte would be like referring to
It's like, as you want it.
as you like. Well, it's,
When you want it.
The best example I can always go to is a cable package. Like,
You
instead
pick
of having
and choose.
because cable companies never wanted you to do that. Like, no, I just want these 3 channels,
Right.
and like basic cable. And they're like, no, you got to get this package or that package. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy business.
yeah.
Why? Who would ever do that, man? Who would ever do that? Pick and choose. What are you people doing? Forcing me into a corner?
Yeah,
Big brother?
paying for a bunch of channels you never watch, man.
So that's iTunes. Do we want to stay on the Apple train for a minute?
Oh yeah, we should, because like they had one of their keynotes this past week, I think, and well, hey, a new Mac Pro finally, a new just
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
actual tower
Yeah.
desktop. Yeah, starting at $5,000. I believe, yeah, that's the baseline model, I believe.
That's baseline. That's for the tower. Then if you want to add the display, that's it's like $6,000 for the computer, $59.99.
Yeah.
You got $5,049.99 for the display, the Pro display.
Yep.
And that's we're already up at 6 and 5 is 11. And if you
11.
want a stand to go with your monitor, it's another $1,000.
$12,000. You can buy yourself a nice a certified pre-owned car for that, man.
And let's not forget that is the base model.
Yeah.
Base model. Okay.
Oh.
We got everybody coming in. Keep talking about the iMac.
All right. So I will pull up specs just so that way I can get an idea here myself.
We're doing a live show on the internet right now, but we're still at
Mac Pro
What can I do for you?
Well,
2019 specs.
it has a circle that keeps rotating on it
Okay.
and won't let me go on the site.
Are you using Internet Explorer?
I think so, no.
What web browser do you use? It's a little icon.
Well, at least on the baseline model, we'll be talking a lot of RAM, 32 gig.
I want to use
That $6,000 will get you at least 32 gig to start uninstalled memory.
It needs updated a little bit.
I hope that's referring to RAM.
It won't load.
8-core processor. Okay, so sticking with AMD
And it may
for graphics processing.
open up the page.
12 cores. Okay, so it does look like it's going to be it does look like it is going to be a pretty stable workstation for what you're going to get.
Windows 10, if possible.
But yeah, pretty sparse. Coming out fall this year.
With getting YouTube and that going.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, that does.
Plan on it.
Drive so capacity on the drive,
All right.
256 gig is going to be the start.
Working.
That's not a lot for what you're getting.
No, how much it'll cost.
Here we go.
Like, I don't know what it's going to take to get that working for you. Yeah, we'll need that. Let me have you fill out here your name and phone number.
Okay, here we go. The 6 grand gets you the 8-core Xeon, 3.5 gigahertz, 8-core, 32 gig of RAM. Yeah, but only a 256 SSD. Yeah. Ooh, that's not a lot for what you're getting. All right, here's the actual price breakdown.
And YouTube's your main issue?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's the only one I really.
We can get that going for you.
So no price points on any other model other than that.
5816.
So we can't even.
Alright. So just YouTube.
Ooh.
Is Dave around?
No, he's not. Not right now.
So yeah, it's looking like standard Apple affair. Like you're gonna be overpaying spec wise for what you're getting. So you're just paying for that Apple experience there. Once again,
It's going end of life.
Apple being Apple.
It's going to be wild.
But I'm waiting to save the lead here
Updates, no hot fixes, any security vulnerabilities.
because the lead everyone's been talking about.
What's Wild West mean?
It's going back to like being like the Wild West. Every day that there's not a fix or anything, any vulnerability that's found,
Yep.
people trying to find.
So Apple being Apple. I'll dive into this a little bit though. When they,
access your computer. Microsoft's
Oh,
not
man.
gonna patch it.
Yeah.
It's going end of life in January.
It's informed me that there was 20
is it anybody
friends on it or whatever they are.
anybody on the comments?
Check that out, you know. At times it did that.
Oh,
Also,
oh, got my media up. Okay.
have those letters safe mode.
So I'm vamping a little bit here. Anybody, Ryan or Aaron, out in the comments?
So something
What are your
is
thoughts
with the
on the new
operating
Mac Pro?
system, keep it safe mode.
I've had it in here a while ago, and Dave, you guys fixed it up for me. So.
All right.
Because I'm sure you two have heard of the big kerfuffle that has happened with it.
You know what I mean?
But-
All the junk on it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do that for
All
you,
right,
bud.
sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, and coming back
Let me
again.
know.
We will. All right, team.
All right, now you're back. Yeah,
Read off the boring Mac specs.
yeah. So there's no price point, but for that 6 grand, guess how much storage you're getting?
256.
256 SSD.
Yeah, I knew that, man. I knew that coming in. Like, that's pretty weak.
That's weak sauce, dude. That's
Super weak sauce.
dude. You can get. Granted, it's an SSD, but you can buy. You like, dude. You'll get more SSD in like a $500 Windows laptop.
Now, granted, this is. I thought somebody came in again already.
Already,
I'm like,
man.
dang. I'm hearing like walkie-talkies going, all kind of stuff, man.
Damn,
They're
I'm
here.
froze again.
Are you?
Yeah.
You froze up again? Dang it, T. Let's take this moment and go to the browser. That should deactivate your source, hopefully.
Fucking this fly-by-night shit, man.
I know, right? It's a horrible thing. So 256 is not enough
No, for a workstation like that at 6 grand, no way.
by any means. It's not a no. You
And you're
can't.
and you're pairing that with 32 gigs of RAM. Like, it just I don't know, fucking Apple, dude.
And that's, let's not forget. Okay, what were those numbers again?
8-core, a Xeon at 3.5 or 3.6 gigahertz, 32 gigs of RAM, 256 SSD. Like,
Yeah, that
no, 6 grand, no.
that is awful, man. And that's a base model. Let's keep in mind that's a base model. So you're paying $59.99, $49.99 for the display, $1,000 for the stand. I think what is it, $199 or something for the VESA mount? I never did get the number on that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get that out though. Yeah, the big issue. Like, apparently everybody else was fine with that at the keynote. They're like,
No,
oh,
no, they weren't.
no. They were fine. Like, apparently, like, they were like, oh, that's just Apple being Apple. But then the $1,000 stand. Oh, we got someone else coming.
Really?
Yeah.
That quick?
That quick.
I'm gonna lock the door. No, sorry. I do apologize in advance, people. We are open for business.
Yep.
There's somebody actually coming in.
Yeah.
We'll wait till they come in.
All right.
But the thing is, somebody posted a video, okay, of the actual crowd's reaction to the $1,000 monitor stand.
It was a lot of moaning and groaning.
Moaning and groaning.
Yeah.
And Apple had the video taken down almost instantly for copyright infringement because
No.
they didn't want that reaction being known.
What, the reaction that everyone's gonna have? Like,
To your $1,000 monitor stand?
what was this, 1984, and they're the thought police, man? Come on.
Dude, that's, I mean, not really, but that's kind of like you go buy your car and it's like done deal and you get it and there's no steering wheel and it's like, oh, that's another 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, but if you complain about it, like we're gonna put a gag order on you.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
You can't go tell people about this.
yeah. No.
That's nuts.
It's ridiculous.
Hugely aimed at professionals, people with deep, deep pockets. Hollywood, people making movies, like Disney, Pixar Studios.
Yeah.
Scenes like that, or people that are making like six figures? Is that like in the 100,000 and above?
Yeah. It's 6.
Okay, people making 6 figures a year or more, they can afford that type of computer. And when you deck one out, you're talking like what, $47,000?
The price point, like, so when I check the specs, like no other price points have been announced for like the higher end models. Just the baseline model has a price point out right now.
No, man, no. Like when you deck it out, you're talking
Oh well, yeah. You imagine, yeah.
crazy stuff.
Like you buy you buy a house for that. Like,
No, really. I mean, a cheap house.
A
yeah,
cheap house,
but
yeah.
you can buy a good new car for $45,000. That's insane.
yeah, you can buy like an entry level new car for like 20.
Because I know they have the price out, and that's for the 8-core one, and you can get, what are they going up to, 32? Or
30.
28?
That comes with 32 gigs of RAM.
But still, it's kind of useless at the point of, I mean, you can always add more storage,
Yeah.
but can you add your own? That's what I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. I don't know. I got to look at this point. If I was a place that, okay, if I bought the old Mac Pros, and like even going further back, I've owned a couple Power Mac G5s. The Mac Pro before it was called the Mac Pro. It was their Power Mac. I owned a couple of those. I even owned a quad-core water-cooled one. Yeah, I bought it used, obviously. Never bought them new for retail, the $29.99 or whatever they were when they sold those. And I was one of these studios, like one of the people that would possibly be buying this. I would, for that price, I would happen, I mean, granted, it would probably be a write-off, right?
Yeah. If it's a business, yeah.
But still, I would happen to be like, wow, that's quite a price increase. What can I do with PC?
At $6,000, dude, you could have like
Right.
You could have like
Right.
You could have like something.
Carrot man.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, at that price point.
Oh, well, I think you got a computer of mine back here someplace.
What's the name?
Well, you taught your buddy how to fix it. He's been working on it for 2 weeks. Granville.
Granville.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the name? Granville, you said?
Mm-hmm.
What type of computer? Laptop or desktop?
Oh, laptop.
Granville. Let me check for you. I gotta go into unknown territory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me through here. We're disrupting the whole show today.
Yeah, I was in here the other day. He was working on it, and you were telling him how to do that.
Who, Dave?
Then I talked to him a couple days after that. Every day he figured he'd have it done. He said, I ain't got to get back with you to figure out how to do that. So I said, we should have just given it to you to fix in the first place.
This one here? Let's see.
Yeah. Yep, there it is.
Okay, it is done.
Good.
$159 is the price on that.
Okay.
Now you bringing up card?
Yep.
All right, you got to give me a few moments here, and I'll get
I
back.
can
with
do
you.
that.
That will be your receipt.
And it's got a, I don't know, it's got a charger with it too.
Carry it down.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough, man.
You can't just
Okay, so for that price, for $6,000, we're talking on the Windows side.
that Mac Pro.
Oh, swing around. Let me think here. You could get a gaming PC with like a high-end i7. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been pricing out PC parts. But dude, you could get 2 Titans easy, all the storage you want. You probably get like 3 2080 Ti's. Like, it's just ridiculous.
What you got down here, recommended memory upgrade. What's that telling me?
Recommended memory upgrade?
Yes.
It means you're running 4 gigs of RAM, and you could be running 8. Your computer would operate a little more efficiently
Oh,
faster.
and we lost my cam again. Oh no. I don't know.
And what's a memory update cost? Just give me an idea so I can decide what I want to do.
And, offhand, I have to look it up.
Sorry guys, I'll vamp just spent 2 days in the hospital this past weekend.
Hey, what's your email and your password for your Square? Because my tablet signed out. Okay. You're probably gonna get a. Did you turn off that authentication? Nope, it came up. Thanks, man. That's all I needed. We kept the door open while we did the show. Well, I'm going to. Alright, later. What do you mean, who was it? There's been 3 people in here for the first 15 minutes of the show. Yep.
20 minutes now.
Alright, later. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to get signed back in. 159. Do that. Swipe that through and let you sign. Be on your way. A RAM upgrade? Nope. It actually didn't charge it. There it goes. RAM upgrade is just a little stick of memory. I'll show you one actually right now while we're selling. Just something like this. You have one that's 4 gig in there. You could possibly put another one in. If it doesn't have 2 RAM slots, you could put one single 8 gig stick in. An 8 gig stick of this, if you had one slot, would be about $80. Rough guessing. It may be more, maybe a little less. A 4 gig stick would be. Go ahead and sign there with your finger. A 4 gig stick would probably be half that, maybe a little less, I'm guessing. I don't know offhand without looking up prices. And you want a receipt?
Ah, yes, if I could, please. And then don't forget I gotta get a charger here.
Text or email?
What's that?
Text or email?
Email.
Go ahead, type your, type it in? Okay. And I'll get you a register receipt and a charger.
Is there one? Is it the one back here? Or?
I have no idea what Dave did with it. I didn't do any of the work on it. No idea. What's that guy? I don't even know where he worked with. Just stay there yourself.
Yep. All right.
Cost of doing business live, Tim.
Yeah, I know, man.
Mockery of a show.
A lot of dead air on this one.
Nothing to talk about, man.
Dude,
Literally nothing?
I spent.
Send on this?
Yep. The receipt's on the way to your to your email.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get you a registered receipt right now. 01. I think what, $9 subtotal, and you did charge. There's a registered receipt to go with your paperwork, and we're gonna find what size adapter that is. I know which one it is. It's the one that I wrapped up. You have it patched together with.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
there
it.
you go. Velcro and the other one. All right, bud.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
deal. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Oh, right, and that's enough of that. It's fine. He's putting the
Emergency road call.
emergency road call. Yep.
Yeah. I can't do it, man.
No, dude. I was trying to, dude. I normally can vamp a little bit. I was just gonna talk about something, but with him,
I'd say that Mac Pro spiel was dead.
Yeah.
It's how much dead air we had? 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes. Yeah.
30?
And my cam went down again.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least you're here with us, man. How does your camera not work? That's what I don't get. I bet you the battery died. Well, you know what? It's already a mockery.
Ah, black screen. It's fine. I'll be here yelling from the void.
Just keep going, man. You got it.
Oh, no,
I'm here with you. We'll talk. We'll converse. I'll be off mic, but I don't care.
okay. Why are you off mic? You,
I'm bringing you back on.
oh, back online. Bring me back.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go off topic a little bit here. Yeah, I spent the last 2 days in the hospital. Woke up to my wife yelling in pain on Saturday.
I was gonna bring that up. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
The extreme amount of coincidence that we're two married couples now, officially, right? You're married.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
married.
Yeah, paperwork's done. Yeah.
All four of us have had our gallbladders out.
Now, yes, this would make it. Yeah.
But the opposite order. Like, my wife had hers out, and then I had mine out years later. You had yours out first, and then your wife had. So
Yeah,
it's
years
kind of
later.
opposite, but just the all four. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not really, because it's not a uncommon.
It's at the hospital we went to, like my surgeon when I went there told me, he's like, man, just the area you're in. He came from like I think Connecticut or up further northeast, and he's like, man, I got down here and bread and butter is taking gallbladders out in this area.
Really?
I guess it must have
So he's just cleaning up, making money.
Oh yeah, I guess like we eat a lot of greasy food or something.
What do you think it is? You think it's the food, or like honestly, what do you think is killing?
I think it's greasy, rich or spicy food, because that's like so your gallbladder stores bile, and then when you're eating all that crap, like it like forms into stones or it overworks it, and yeah, it just goes then. So I think it's just the diet in this area. I would have to fathom that guess.
I don't know. You really think?
Yeah, that's just a guess. That's a
Okay.
guess, but I'm not a doctor.
All right. You think Big Brother's doing it? You think they're putting something in the water, the air, that's wowing out our gallbladders? Like,
Well, the night before she had like her attack, she had like some slices of real, like some greasy pizza, like a bunch of greasy pizza, and yeah. And then that next morning she woke up, and
yeah, that's always good stuff. That's super greasy.
yeah, I can't do it anymore without a gallbladder. I eat super greasy; it just goes right through me now.
It even years later, it does, right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's an awful experience, and that's not like that for everybody.
I remember one time we went to.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not everybody has to deal with that.
Oh yeah, some people have their gallbladder out and they can still eat just like the way they did.
Yeah, doesn't make sense to me, man.
Me, I went out with former host Double A Ron to like a Chinese restaurant, and I guess like some of the stuff was extra greasy there. And I doubled over afterward. Like after we left there, I was doubled over. It is not fun. So now I gotta watch what I eat, but it's not too bad.
I'm here alone every week, people. Yeah, I don't know, man. I remember telling the doctor, like, look, before I got surgery, he came in to visit me, and I even said it again afterward, because he came back after I got out of surgery to see how I was recovering, and I'm like, if this don't work out, keep those parts you took out, because if it don't work, I want them back. Like, if it's unlivable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, obviously not serious, but
No, it's having your gallbladder out's really nothing too big. Like,
no, man, not in 2019.
Nah.
Are you kidding me?
like occasionally you just have to watch. Like we were saying, some people gotta watch what you eat. Some people they're fine, but you do all right. It's just the gallbladder stores that bile, but your liver still produces it, so you still can handle stuff. You function.
I don't know. Not for me, man. Not for me. Here, I'll at least attempt to stay on mic while I
there
do
you
this.
go. The hot swap.
So, moving on with our live production. That's right.
Oh yeah, that Mac Pro, dude, you could get a killer like gaming setup with the monitor with all the frills too. With, like,
Let me ask you honestly, if you had the money, would you do it if you had the money?
what, a Mac Pro?
Yeah.
No, I would buy a gaming computer. Like I would buy a Windows PC, and like
Right.
I would buy a Windows PC that could do twice as much for half the price.
Well, it would be foolish, right?
Yeah.
Like it would have to be foolish to spend that type of money on what? Now I could understand it. if you're those people that have those deeper pockets. Do you know what I mean? I could understand that. I could really see it.
Well, are they kind of just like, I don't know, man, kind of just keeping, I don't know, man, like, it's iOS. Like, they're just basically like,
No, not on the computers. I mean, they're making iOS
oh, no, yeah,
and Mac OS.
Yeah,
They're
whatever.
making iOS and Mac OS 1 slowly.
They're slowly merging them, but
But it's not, I don't think it's there yet. Now,
But-
granted, I haven't used their newest OS.
it's just kind of like they're I mean, it's not. I don't want to. I'm going to use this term, but don't take it literally. But it's kind of like they're just keeping their own OS hostage, and like just charging like a ridiculous ransom for it.
I mean, it's kind of the experience, that walled garden, that whole.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm back.
Are you?
Yeah.
You got infographics on your display,
Oh,
though.
I'm fine with that, man. Droid it up, man.
No, sir. The only other thing I have to do is I have to, what's it called? There's a term for it. I don't know what I'm looking for, people.
I don't know what you're looking for either.
That's the one. Okay. Yeah. Hostage? Maybe.
Yeah, like I said, don't take that literally, but I mean, sorta. Like, I mean, like you want Mac OS, like you got to pay a premium.
I mean, but then there's all the other options too, though.
Well, it's true. You could get a MacBook or something for way less, but I don't.
Is any of it worth the cost, though, honestly?
No, in my opinion, no.
Like, we're talking. Did I? And you're halfway in the shot, man. Good deal. All right, thanks.
right.
Welcome to be back, Tim.
Woo.
Glad to have you.
Yep, glad to be here. All right, well, we can officially get this rolling. Anybody who was with us through the beginning of this, thank you for sticking through.
I thought I would try and do it live, like do it live, do it with like doing both. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that many people come in for quite a while. Anyhow, like that close together. Usually it's spaced out and sparse.
Well, you're trying to you made a plan, dude. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You're trying to do something, and the universe said, nah.
Do you think that's what it is? Do you think that's even a real thing? Honestly, is that like you make a plan to do something, the universe is like, nah, or do you just think it's merely we happen to be doing this, and if we weren't doing this, I'd be standing here doing the normal thing,
And they would still come. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
granted, that would happen.
No.
It would have to, right?
yeah, because there's no control. Like this podcast doesn't have anything to do with like their schedule.
Here, you want to hear crazy?
Sure.
And I didn't honestly 100% believe in this, but I used to think about it like this. With the, the scratch off tickets,
Yeah.
the scrape off lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, wow, you're small compared to me.
Whatever. That's enough.
But when I would get those on occasion for my dad, or if he'd ask me to get them, or I would go get a few for myself, right? I'd be like, oh, underneath that scratch off shit, I'm like, this is a magical ticket. It's rolling like a slot machine under that scrape off shit. As soon as you do the first scratch, it
It's
stops.
gone. Oh,
It
yeah.
stops.
Oh, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Like a slot machine. Yeah.
It's all changing under there. Like, not really, but like, yeah, that's how I kind of looked at it.
Well,
like,
if you take like the Schrodinger's cat approach to it, yeah.
every ticket's a
Yeah.
winner if you just scrape at the right time.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, yeah, I don't know. I don't like making plans because when I do, I get the massive universal slap down or
Yeah, we were supposed to go to my brother-in-law had his graduation party this weekend, and that had like she woke up the day of it, and yeah, so yeah, she missed out on that, and I missed out on it as well for just hanging with her in the hospital. Yeah, so
to the main point of the show. We should always try and put the main thing at the head, I think, and get people to the content, the value right away. Not that honestly, I don't think anything I say has value. That's me. I'm just a dude in Central PA.
Yeah.
Been here in a few other places my whole life, but mainly here.
yeah,
Big Brother, not the TV show, not the
reality show.
yeah.
Never watched
That's
it.
kind of like it's real worldish to me, like real world and road rolls. which are the same thing, but road rules, don't they travel in an RV?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then the real world, there's strangers in the house, which is Big Brother. But it seems like Big Brother is the UK's answer to a better version of the real world.
Yeah, I don't know which one came first.
Grab that.
Yeah.
Throw it over. I'll do it on the air.
All right. Oh.
TT Computers. Hello, this is Nick. Down at home. Down home. Yeah. Not usually.
Wonder what's on the other end of this.
What's that? Alrighty, dear. Yep. Yeah, he'll be back up here a little later. Alright, will do. You're welcome.
Someone for the boss man.
Concerned mom.
Oh, yep.
Yes, moms are always concerned, man. You got to give them time. That's why I said this. The thought in my head when it rang, and I'm like, throw it over. I'll do it on the air. The one thought was it could be her, and I always answer the call whenever. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't if my mom was calling for me.
Yeah.
And somebody had the phone and they didn't answer, and she couldn't find out, like, you know what I mean? Just like, how are you? What's up? And that was what she was calling about. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be happy about that. So you know what I mean? Moms, you only get one mom.
Yeah.
One dad.
Yeah. Well, we went live, and my mom called, and I just kind of. I said, "So, what are you gonna do?"
Help! I've fallen and broke my hip. You hung up on me.
Oh no, she would blow the phone up if that was the case.
You think she'd put frowny faces all over the stream?
Yeah, she'd be texting and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got to get you an operator console over there so you can just take control if I have to step out.
No, it's all right.
If I have a heart attack live during the show.
Oh, just keep it rolling.
Just take over, keep it going, man. No dead air ever.
Okay.
No, all right, Big Brother. Big Brother has largely been viewed as the government, right? For years.
Yeah, traditionally.
You know, and I mean, do you think medieval times, or let's say King Arthur?
You could probably make the argument that it was like whatever king was in charge and the church back in the day.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, you think they had that term?
No, I don't think they had that exact term, but
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, English was a completely different language back in the day too. You know, like it's changed going back a few hundred years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so mainly it's been viewed as the government. They're keeping tabs on you. And then to come out to everybody's shock, Snowden comes out and like, look,
Oh yeah,
they kind of are.
They're kind of keeping tabs. Yeah.
Right, but not to the extent that mostly, and I don't want to put anybody down, but like you got your paranoid people out there, and then you got your conspiracy nuts, and they're watching everything, every move. And then you got movies coming out like Enemy of the State with Will Smith, where like he becomes wanted, and they're tracking him real time with like satellite view and being chased. Yeah, there's people that think that's how it, and I guess it is. Maybe that is how it is.
Okay, so.
To an extent.
To an extent, and if they want to target you.
Right.
But, like, I think, like, the jump in, like, where you get to reality is, like, how are they going to, like, when those people who are paranoid think, like, oh, everybody's being tracked every second of the day, like that. That's where, like...
Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, that's where you run into, like, a manpower issue. Like, how are you...
How you going to do it?
Yeah, like...
In other words... How are they going to get the ring? How are they going to block the whole ice wall of Antarctica on flat Earth and keep flat Earth Santa out? They want to send flat Earth Santa back to the North Pole where he belongs. They don't want him in Antarctica. They can't guard that whole ring, that whole ice wall. No way.
No, just couldn't.
Not enough manpower.
No.
So now that myth is dispelled. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the manpower and Big Brother net? Big Brother's kind of shifting rules. Do you think? Honestly.
To more big corporations,
private corporation at that.
Yeah,
Apple.
Yeah, kind of like.
Do we even say their names because we use their platforms? Granted, we don't have the reach of a celebrity or a comedian or.
See, here's the thing: in the current state of what's kind of happening, like the people that already have a following are the ones that are kind of safe because they could just pop up their own website and go do their own little walled garden
wherever they want to.
And a lot of them are voicing the opinion that it's this, a lot of what they're saying, a lot of what the bigger content creators are saying, it's the smaller channels who can't really fight it or don't have the means to go put up their own spot, that are going to be hurt by this the most.
Yeah, and so what? Another adpocalypse in the works.
Another adpocalypse
happening slowly.
Yeah.
or building to a
building up
head,
to it,
gonna
yeah.
blow up.
It looks like it might happen. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and that's the whole Big Brotherish aspect of it. Apple, Google, Facebook, Twitter.
Well, Twitter like banning and selecting who they want on their platform. Same
Right.
with Facebook, and then
Shadow banning.
and then YouTube YouTube saying who they can put at who can run ads and whatnot, demonetizing people.
Right.
And
And I mean for silly stuff too.
it's silly stuff. And then here's the thing too, like once they're demonetized, if you're not just blocked outright, if you're still on the platform but demonetized, they'll still run ads. It's just YouTube will take the money, or if somebody wants to like do a copyright claim on it, they're still gonna put ads on it. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, like
Well, hey.
kind of shady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do you think's causing this?
This Adpocalypse this time?
Wow.
Or
just
specifically this.
the companies acting like this in general.
So I would say probably like a vocal minority of people. So it seems to be that people on the far left politically want to silence people on the far right politically.
Right.
But there's a lot of collateral damage of like far right we consider like white supremacist stuff like that, alt-right.
So you're going that far, right?
Yeah, like that's who they're saying they're trying to silence, but it seems to be a lot of people getting caught in the crossfire.
Right. And
But it seems to me that it's a vocal minority on one side getting a lot of mob justice behind them,
yeah.
going after people on the far right, but a lot of collateral damage. Just
Well,
people.
not even just far right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you are not in that camp, anything but that camp.
Exactly, yeah. Anything one step away from the far left, like even like moderate liberals,
Right.
like if they say the wrong thing, or
And the other thing, aren't the CEOs, if I'm not mistaken, of all four of those big names, aren't they all like left? Like
yeah,
far
pretty
left?
far left, yeah.
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 With their thoughts and beliefs, like.
So this one in particular, like I've been following this one. So this one started, Vox, Carlos.
Fox News?
No, not Fox. Vox with a V.
Oh, VOX?
Yeah, VOX. Yeah. Have someone working for them that would do videos on political topics. Okay.
Okay.
And there was a conservative channel that would do rebuttals. Like just be like, oh, like here's your here's your stance on universal basic income or universal health care, and then he would do a rebuttal videos from the other side saying like, I disagree, here's why it would work. But he was also a comedian and he would take some shots, and the whole thing started because the guy from Vox is gay and Latino.
Okay.
I guess Latinx. Like that's the whole thing. That's the whole crux of this. It seems to be like speech police and thought police stuff here.
Right.
And so he in his he would his Twitter handle was like gay wonk or something like that. Like,
Okay.
So these are terms that he himself uses to identify, and he went after him as like a YouTube. He went after the comedian for like a terms of service violation for using hate speech.
Oh.
But he was just saying terms he self-identified as.
Okay.
Like he would just say like
So the comedian used terms that
this
person had already used
to
talking
identify
about himself.
Yeah, like he would call him gay Mexican.
So it wasn't nothing new.
Wasn't nothing new.
And wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. YouTube then, Steven Crowder, that's who it was. Was a conservative. He's all right. He's pretty.
Yeah.
Fun.
I mean, he has a point.
He has a point to stuff, and like he got big from the "change my mind" thing.
Correct.
And but like that's the thing. He's at least willing to sit down and have like here's what I think, and
Proper discourse about it.
proper discourse.
Not yelling and shouting.
Not shouting anyone down.
Yeah. You want to talk? Here. Get out of the crowd, come sit down,
Yep.
do it, talk.
And I've watched some of them. Like they are unedited. Like
Yeah.
you see the person sit down.
Yeah,
there's no
cuts,
No.
no cuts, no false spins,
Nope.
no spin from this angle. Yeah, it's 100% legit.
Yep.
And I think that's a way that things need to be done.
Yep.
Not only that, that's what's great about our media, because as of now, it's not really regulated.
Yeah.
Will it be in the future? Maybe. I don't know.
That's what they're trying to. And then so it all comes down like, yeah, so originally YouTube, here's the thing. Originally YouTube, like he made like he flagged him or whatever.
Right.
And was like, hey, he's like harassment, hate speech, and whatnot. And originally, YouTube sided with Steven Crowder. It was like, oh no, we're not going to do anything.
Right.
Until Carlos from Vox went and got like a Twitter mob going.
Yeah.
And basically,
Social media.
yeah. And then they're like, okay, we got to demonetize him. So it is kind of mob justice at this point. Yeah.
And the biggest shame is that in this age, this time we're living in, probably one of the best times to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people could agree or disagree to that. I know some people like it before technology blew up and computers. They had their private lives.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't cameras everywhere in everybody's hand.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. I think it's a great time to be alive. The technology we have, the communication we have. When something happens, we can find out about it almost instantly on the other side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd say it's a fairly good time to be alive.
Yeah.
And all these great things built. So, you know what I mean? And then just being used in the wrong way.
Yeah.
If you chase away everybody that doesn't agree with you, you're going to just have one big echo chamber.
You can have an echo chamber of people of small, like I think
Right.
like 8%, like not that big of a percentage of population. Like even like
Right.
And then
is that what you want? I mean, some people do that. Some people and
here's the thing, by doing that too, you catch more flies with honey, dude. Like you're pushing people away, like
from your cause.
yeah, from your cause, because they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna be like this is because yeah, like
It's silly.
Steven Crowder was just like, he was like, let's just have like, let's sit down, talk, whatever.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Carlos like literally said, go out, and if you see someone like who disagrees with you, go throw milkshakes at them. Like, go commit assault and battery.
Yeah.
So technically, what is considered not protected speech, like, because like the line is drawn once there's a call to violence.
Right.
That's
Any type of violence.
Yeah.
And it could be whatever, a lock in a sock or a stick,
And that's-
milkshake.
And you're seeing that more from like Antifa and stuff. They're the ones who are actually going out and like causing violence and stuff.
I don't think that's an answer.
No.
I mean, yeah, it has been used in an answer in times of war and whatever. But
It should be a last resort.
yeah, there's other ways to handle things.
Yeah.
And there are people that will literally die on whatever hill they happen to be on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a vast majority of topics, aside from the whole Big Brother thing, like whether it's conspiracies that you're believing in, or there are people that will stick with their echo chamber, their channel, where they have control of what goes out. They have a mute button if they need it to silence somebody that disagrees with them. And they don't step outside that.
Yeah. Which is, that's just dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're never going to change anybody's mind like that. And to go onto their platform, could you imagine that? Going somewhere and you disagree and you get muted? Like, that's not going to make you feel wanted. And number two, when other people view that aren't in agreement with that person, they're not going to, you can largely see how unfair some things are whenever stuff like that happens. It kind of makes me sad to see all this great stuff that's built with social media, people communicating, people making their own movies, videos, like doing stuff that, okay, maybe it's not Hollywood movies, but there's some people that are making stuff with cameras that can rival, the quality of Hollywood stuff. It's crazy.
But
It all being destroyed for silly shit.
yeah, because
Silly
because
stuff.
somebody said something you don't like.
So what?
So yeah, like
So what?
well, I mean, like yeah.
There's a lot of people saying stuff you don't like all over the world,
yeah,
and you're just not hearing it.
Well,
What are you going to do about that? You going to worry about that? You don't have enough time or years of your life left to worry about it.
no,
So why are you worried about the one you did hear?
I don't know, man.
Let
But
it,
it's getting bad though, because now people like New York Times, like, which I mean they're kind of showing which side they're on, like are
way to let those colors out.
yeah,
Losers.
well,
Losers.
they wrote an article where they're like where they're starting to lump there's like they'll have like alt right person. Like they wrote an article where it was like alt right person, this alt right person, blah blah blah, and then Philip DeFranco like lumped in with them. Like
Okay.
it's
What was the point? Like,
well they were siding with Vox,
right.
and they're starting to lump, like, because Philip DeFranco is pretty down the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Joe Rogan was on there too. Like they're just, it's not good, man. They're starting to like push other people in the center, and like other people on the like liberals and people in the center. They're just starting to push them away, man.
Yeah. I don't have an answer to it other than try and talk.
Yeah, try and
About
talk.
it.
Yeah, but don't limit, like, and like, yeah, that's where the line's drawn. Don't like, that's where the like freedom of speech ends. Like, you can't call for violence. That's the line.
Right.
But other than that, just debate them.
That brings another thing to mind. There's these people, and you've probably seen videos from them. Anybody viewing this or listening to it, I think once I say it, you'll have a general idea what I'm talking about. These First Amendment auditors that run around, and there's quite a few of them that have cameras, have YouTube channels. Maybe some of them, I think some of them use video, Vimeo, Facebook. They go around in public places filming stuff. Like, when it comes down to it, watchers don't like being watched. And when you go someplace public and start watching somebody that has a watcher job, security, police, they generally don't like that, and they will come and investigate. And a lot of times, the people, the authorities, security guards, police, handle it wrong.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing these people exist, but to keep going, I mean, I understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, protecting freedom, protecting all that. And there was one situation I remember, I forget what I would give him credit, but I can't remember his YouTube name, but he went into a hospital, I think. It was county jail. Okay, he went to a county jail with a sign that said "fuck the jail" or whatever, like hanging on him, "fuck the jail." And they ended up, it pissed off another person who was at the jail visiting an inmate, and this guy got into an altercation. The big thing here is that eventually the sheriff showed up, and the sheriffs ended up working with the administration at the jail and the COs or whatever, the people in charge at the jail, and trespassed this First Amendment auditor from the property with his camera. Like, they trespassed him to get him out of there. But the person, and what they did, how they did it, was that "fuck the jail" sign. They declared that like fighting words, like
Inciting,
crossing that line, inciting something, even though it didn't. It was how that other person visiting an inmate had reacted. Now, they trespassed the guy with the "fuck the jail" sign, but the person that actually came up and hit the guy with the camera that was visiting another inmate that lost his cool. And the guy's like, "You really don't want," telling him, "You don't want to hit me, you don't want to do this." And the guy didn't like hit him hard. I think he shoved him and swung at him a couple. But whatever. The guy with the camera and the fucking jail sign got trespassed. And this guy let this go on with the sheriffs, like trespass him and read the whole thing, and he asked him all the questions. And then finally, the cop was getting ready to the sheriff was getting ready to get in his car, and the auditor's like, "What about the other guy? Did you trespass him too?" Because he
what do
was
you mean
there.
by trespass? Oh.
Well, they trespassed him, like, "You were in trespassing. You can't come back on the property." They charged him with trespassing.
Charged him with trespassing. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They
All right.
trespassed him.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, "Did you trespass the other guy that hit me?" Because it was on camera, on his camera, on the jail's cameras of him getting physical with this guy with the camera. And the guy, like, he was about to shut his door. He stepped back out, grabbed the paperwork. He's like, "You know what? We didn't." He's like, Well, Sheriff, how'd that get by you there? It's number one on your list. That, like, number one on the offense thing. Like, if you do this, you'll
be charged with trespassing.
And they didn't get the guy that was visiting the inmate that reacted poorly to the auditor, the dude with the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to go trespass him, and yeah, it's like I hate seeing when authorities, and granted they do a tough job. What even COs, imagine, herding cats or a bunch of prisoners, whatever. That's got to be a tough job, man.
Oh, yeah. Getting like piss thrown at you and whatnot.
Yeah, corralling people, violence. You don't know. I mean, I guess you could look into the record, but there's a vast array of people that are locked up for who knows whatever. And depending on the institution, the crimes get more severe. That police, they have a tough job, but just when they handle stuff poorly, in one perfect example, we got it coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're going to cover this quick. We're over our hour.
Okay.
But
There was that first
few
15.
interruptions, man.
Yeah,
And sadly, I'm not even going to cut it out. I'm going to leave it live. It was dead air, crazy. For the audio, I will cut it out.
Yeah,
but
you gotta trim that down.
yeah. One such instance, recent news. Other people have talked about it. We're late to the game, but you know what? We can talk about what we want. So, a sheriff in Florida pulled over a guy with an I eat ass sticker on his back window of his car. And a lot other people talked about it, said it was a bumper sticker. Okay, it's not a could you consider it a bumper sticker? I guess it's on the back of the vehicle, not on the bumper, but on the back, kind of.
Yeah.
Large, like 4 or 5 inch letters, I eat ass, right across the back window. Cop pulled him over, got him for Florida's obscene materials violation, which it was a misdemeanor in the state of Florida, in that county. There's a couple key points that I didn't hear other people talk about when they talked about it. They're just like, the guy stood up for his rights. Like, you're not violating my First Amendment. They're my rights, First Amendment rights, whatever. Is it first or fourth?
That's first, yeah.
First?
Fourth is you can't be forced to give evidence against yourself.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So he's like, you're not violating my First Amendment rights. Because the cop ultimately wanted him to take the second S off of the word ass to make it read, I eat as. And the kid's like, no, I won't do that.
Yeah.
Well, the cop went back to his vehicle and talked to the other guy. The
dispatcher.
The dispatcher. We'll get to that in a minute. The big thing here was this sheriff pulled over this guy and his friend who were in the vehicle. I think he had his friend in there with that sticker on the back window, and he's like, that's he's like, don't you think that's kind of derogatory? And he's like, what do you mean derogatory? So he used a couple different terms, and I didn't hear people talking about this. It went from derogatory to obscene, and the sheriff asked, he's like, a 10-year-old in the back of his mom's car, and he asked his mom about, I eat ass, what's that mean? How are they going to explain, or how,
I don't like that I don't like that argument, because at some point, like, something out in the world is going to happen where you're going to have to explain that to your kid.
Right.
Like,
well,
it's gonna, like, it's going to happen. You can't kick that can down the road forever.
Right. Not only that, the sheriff was like, how's they going to explain that to him? And he's like, that's not my problem. That's their job.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I want to be fair here. That is the parent's problem to explain that.
Yeah.
And that kid is going to see something at some point that the parent is going to have to explain, or the kid figures it out for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't his job. But is being an asshole an arrestable offense? No.
No.
Sorry. And there's a lot of people that are probably going to disagree that either watch or hear this. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think the people that would disagree, we've already kind of we forced them out with earlier topics.
Being an asshole.
Well, we didn't force them; we turned them away.
Yeah, being an asshole is not an arrestable offense. Sorry. Another point is the cop kept changing his wording, like the derogatory to obscene to something else, offensive, whatever. That changed a few times. I keep saying cop, the sheriff, when the sheriff came back to his car and was talking with the other person on the other end, the dispatcher, whatnot. The dispatcher, now granted, it was a private conversation between the dispatcher and the sheriff, or both sheriffs. I don't know if it was a deputy sheriff, what. on the other end. But the guy, okay, this guy's being pulled over for obscene materials, and I know they didn't go out and write it, but they're kind of being hypocrites because the guy on the other end of the radio is like, da da da, or write him up, cuff him, take him to jail, and tow his shit. Mm-hmm. Meaning tow his vehicle. So kind of being hypocritical.
Yeah, but so like I said before the podcast, like, but technically, if you're gonna cut, I don't agree with the point I'm gonna make, but like,
Right.
that was a private conversation.
It was,
and that was something out in
the open
public,
for anybody to see.
Yeah.
Their conversation was private, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, and this guy, the sheriff even told the guy he pulled over that he didn't end up cuffing, and the kid had called, or this guy had called his mother. His mother was there trying to talk to the sheriff and everything. The sheriff had even told this guy, like, look, I have an 11-year-old, a 6-year-old, 4, and like 4 different age kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, if my 6-year-old saw that and asked me about it, I'd be furious. And he has every right to be. But does that mean that that guy should go to jail? No. It ended up, it got thrown out. They weren't going to prosecute, and there's a whole article online. Look it up. Literally, all you have to type in is, I think, you can literally Google I eat ass sticker, I think, and it'll bring the article up. I just can't believe that the sheriff got back out. He goes up to the guy and he's like, he said something, I don't know, put your hands behind your back. And the guy's like, for what? And he's like, I'm taking you to jail. And he's like, they got him with a resisting to follow the order of an officer. It was some kind of charge they got him for
asking the question. For him, like, saying
for him
why?
saying to take an S off, and the guy didn't comply. Yeah. And it's like, you're not going to follow the order of an officer. So what, you know what I mean? Like, how far can that go, honestly? Because there used to be the whole thing with, habeas corpus, where they could hold you for a certain amount of time, and if nothing happens, they got to kick you.
Yeah, they got to
But now, under the Patriot Act, you can disappear.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, that's where a lot of that screwy government spying came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, I don't want to demean or put down any officers, sheriffs out there. This guy acted largely on his thoughts, beliefs, morals, what he believed was right and wrong, and he was acting on those emotions more so than following the law. Because when they were talking about what statute, they had to, like, talk about it and look it up. Like, the dispatcher even said, well, what are you bringing them in for?
Yeah,
Like,
so he was angry and just trying to fit it to it after the fact.
right.
Yeah.
Fit it to it after the fact, and the dispatcher's like, but what for? What statute? What did he violate?
Yeah.
And he just used, he did read it off eventually, but it didn't fit, as you can see. Anybody that looks the article up, they're not prosecuting him.
He got thrown out. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's kind of Big Brotherish.
Yeah.
I don't want government nor police determining what isn't okay for me to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a line that needs to be crossed.
Yeah, we gotta be real careful because that First Amendment.
If you want to change it, throw it all out and rewrite it.
That's what a lot of people are calling for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are calling to curtail the First Amendment. Yeah.
Curtail it.
Yeah. To amend the amendment. Yeah.
We're getting arrested.
Yeah.
We're definitely assholes over here. I'll be in jail. I'll be the first one.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Take me.
Well, everybody will at some point because like everybody said something stupid like that, and they're
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, I can't say stupid.
Stupid offends me, sir.
Yeah.
You can't say that word.
Exactly.
It's banned. 2019. Stupid will be banned.
Yeah. Like,
how ridiculous do we have to go?
I don't know. That's the thing. I have been like, so I'm independent, but like, what was that show with Michael J. Fox where he was like the Republican kid living in like a Democratic house.
Oh, Family Ties.
Family Ties. So I was a little bit of that. Like I was the kid who like decided to go to a Christian school in high school myself. So
Okay.
a little bit of that. But then in my 20s, I went more liberal, stayed independent, but like, started like checking out more liberal views. I'm starting to swing back the other way, though. Like, I am starting to see a lot of the slippery slope arguments, you know?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
Like, there is a real slippery slope. Like, because think about some of the, like, just some stuff that's out there that is more or less protected under the First Amendment. And is it right? No. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's the thing. Yeah, like, just because you're the old saying, like, free, like, it doesn't protect the speech you like, it protects the speech you hate. So it
Right.
protects all the speech. Like,
Right.
but, like, yeah, like, I'm not going to say that I'm okay with somebody, like, sitting there spouting off racial slurs on the
No.
corner, but
It is protected speech.
it's protected speech, yeah.
When the violence comes in is where it becomes a crime.
That's where it's a crime. And, like, don't you want to know who those racists are? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'd rather...
Yeah,
like,
you would.
yeah.
Damn it. They're taking down the white man, Tim.
Honkies.
Honkies. Damn honkies. Both of us. Guilty as charged. No, I mean, how ridiculous does it have to go? How many words have to be banned and not okay anymore?
Well, it was like, so what was it? Tom Segura, when he had his special,
Yeah.
and people were coming at him for using retarded,
Yeah.
and he brought up a good point. He's like, look, like, and you can see it too. Like, you change it to like this term to this term to this term,
Yeah.
and like, someone's just going to use that new term in a derogatory manner at some point,
Yeah.
and like, you're never going to win.
No.
Like,
No matter what you change, whatever, the goalposts are always going to keep moving.
yeah, like,
Always. Always. And that's probably, I probably used the term wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
It can kind of apply. Whatever. It's never going to stop.
Yeah, like, you can't stop people from being assholes. It comes back to that point. Like,
And he also brought up that other joke was good about that's gay. About like the however many 10 guys in a line, and like he's like, you can't say like, oh, that's gay when you're talking to your friends. But like if there's 10 guys in line, he's like, you can point that and say that's gay. But yeah, it's just it gets ridiculous. And I mean, who knows? Maybe we won't be able to do this someday.
oh, like, I just said retarded. Like, we might get banned. Like,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are we going to do? Kick on, hit the button, start the stream, and talk about kittens, ice cream,
boring.
little baby ducks. Tim, do you want a baby duck? I want a little baby duck to sit right here by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many of those little baby ducks and stuff get bought for Easter and then like
Get slaughtered.
get slaughtered? Yeah. Like,
Or just,
lost or whatever.
Stepped on.
Yeah.
Rode over with a bike.
Yeah.
Peter, it's not us.
No.
Look for the other people. We're not guilty.
You know who puts down like more animals than like anybody else?
Yeah.
Like PETA. PETA puts
PETA?
down like a lot of animals. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, dirty little secret of PETA.
So what's the moral here? Do we have one?
I don't
We lost the train here, man. This is a train wreck.
This is a train wreck. This one was This was a dumpster fire.
I've said it before. It matters what's in here, people.
Yeah. I don't know. Moral of the story: don't spend $1,000 on a monitor stand.
No, don't do it.
No, yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I haven't even got back to my Apple fanboy friend that I have, who is all Apple stuff. And first text I'm gonna ask him is,
How are you gonna defend this one?
$1,000 monitor stand? Really?
Yeah. 'Cause
Really?
I haven't seen any like good defense for it.
Money grab.
Yeah.
Money grab.
Sold separately, yeah. Like
Sold
monitors.
separately. I'm pretty sure the Vase amount's a couple hundred, like $199 or $299 for a mount that connects to the monitor that lets you put a Vase amount on it. Like you can connect it to it.
So it just bumped up to like 1,200 then. Yeah. If you want the VESA option, that's like 1,200 for that monitor stand now.
Well, no. You can have the monitor stand, which goes from monitor and lets it stand there. Or if you don't want that stand, you have a much
Oh, it's like another option.
another option that's like $200 or $300,
Okay.
which is no better.
No, like, I mean, well, it's technically better, but like if you're talking price wise, but
I mean, with steering wheel optional. What That's optional.
Yeah.
Or wait, you only get 3 tires with your car or truck. The 4th one you have to. That's
Sold
separate.
separately. Yeah.
Sold.
Sold separately.
Sold separately.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story. Sold separately.
Yeah. That would be a good. That'd be a good title. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a slow start. It was a rough, rocky start. Like I said, that is the cost of doing business live.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I had
Doing business live while we're doing a show.
family emergency this weekend, so
Yeah, his family member had surgery, so I put it out there. Yeah, we're live. We're well. Recovering good. No, we don't need details. Just
yeah. She's
getting good. I remember mine, man. It was weird.
She's going through like what I went through. Like that first day out of surgery, I was like, oh, I'm fine.
And then you move.
That next day, sore as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gallbladders. Yeah. I'd probably do it again though. It was an experience.
Grow another one, have it taken out.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna ask Flat Earth Santa for one this year. If he brings me
what
one,
the fuck is Flat Earth Santa?
if he brings me one, I'll accept it graciously.
How is that different from regular Santa?
It's not.
Oh, the same guy? Okay.
All right, let's send it, Tim.
All right.
We're gonna get out of here. Thank you for listening, watching. I got people texting me live on my screen right now. I hope it's not on the other screen. It's not. We're good. I got chimes over here. Thank you, people, for watching, listening. We do appreciate it. I just hope that this format for not just for us, for everybody can continue.
Yeah.
And not be regulated.
Well, anybody who's after we just had an opinion on abortion, like I think some people who had that or of that persuasion of banning are not listening anyway.
Well, that's all right. And, like, I understand that. But to think that every life is a precious gift from God, that's fine. You can, where the line there was crossed for me, every life is a precious gift. From God? I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, no, just even us just having like an opinion.
Yeah.
Even us just having the conversation. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Right, because the from God thing, does that apply to me, you, so and so down the road? Does that precious gift can apply?
Yeah.
Precious gift from God, every life, really? So the prisoner that raped your granddaughter when they escaped, that's a that's a crime.
Well, no. Okay, so if you're gonna, because I can.
There are exceptions.
Well, no, because
there's always exceptions.
Yeah, because okay, if you're gonna make the delineation of the difference there is that it's an innocent life that hasn't done anything yet, and the rapist has committed his own crimes.
Right. You're right. He has, but I agree. There needs to be a line drawn. But I just think in that case, like another law got slapped down too by the Senate, didn't it? Or whoever that shit goes in front of.
Yeah.
I think we brought that up. Mississippi?
Yeah.
I think it was Mississippi. Had something go up and it got slapped down. Like, no, I could be false speaking.
There was another state where, it got slapped down.
That's one thing that I have trouble with. When as much stuff as we talk about, look at it like this. There's not like we talk every day. But when we do text, we kind of do talk here and there. When we're not on the air, we're talking. And then the amount of shit we talk about then versus the amount of stuff we talk about on the air, it all goes to a blur. Eventually, once it gets so far back, I don't even remember. And I guess that's how it would be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rewatch it all.
Nah. One day, somebody.
Once again, thank you.
Yeah, if you stuck it out this long.
If you stuck it out, you listen, any of it. If you support us, want to support us, subscribe on YouTube. We are trying to push the podcast channel.
Oh, after the last few, I think we might be victims of the Adpocalypse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They're not coming after the little guys. Not us. Not us. Have a good week, people.
Later on.